Bethany TV, for health.
You are so much welcome. This is Bethany TV and you are watching Arise Woman. I'm glad to have each one of you back if you are watching us, and I believe you had the best of your year 2023, and this very day, this Friday, it happens to be the first Good Friday of this year 2024, and on Arise Woman we want to say happy new year. We can't wait to have the best of this year with each one of you. We can't wait to celebrate all the achievements, all the challenges, all the mistakes, like everything that is going to happen in this year. And I pray that whatever it is that happens in your life, be able to come out strong and be able to lift another person on whatsoever journey they are on. My name is Giftina Kainga. I want at this point of time to introduce to you the one and only, the beautiful, the queen, the amazing Genesis.
The pleasure is all mine.
Oh God, I'm going to ask. Yes, there she is. The beautiful, the amazing, the queen.
Those are real titles. I need to
receive
them.
To receive.
Energy.
Should I go ahead?
Please.
The positive, the resilient, the confident, the self-famous, anointed. Should I go on?
That
is enough for now.
Go in the whole day. But Happy New Year, Gift.
Happy New Year, Genesis. How are you? Happy to see you, actually.
Yeah, happy to see you again.
Are you saying me for the first time this year?
No, that's impossible.
But on the first Friday of the year?
But yeah, the first Friday of the year, yes, I'm seeing you for the first.
Happy New Year.
Happy New Year too.
I can't wait for us to walk this journey.
I know.
Every Friday.
Again. Another year.
Another year.
Learning from each other. I think it's personally, I think I was excited about 2026.
Me too. Oh God.
2026.
I don't want to start sharing your delusions. 2020.
You can be delusional as you want. It's okay, but yes, I couldn't.
2024.
Yes,
we shall get into 2026.
2024. I was excited about it. I don't even know if you ask me what are you excited about. I can't tell you, but I was definitely excited about the year and I was looking forward to it. I could not wait to get. I think I have never been so positive about getting into the new year like I was positive about this year. So yes, I think it's going to be an amazing year.
And I think I know why you've been so much excited about the year. I think it's simply because usually your birthday is on the 1st.
But it has been on the 1st.
And maybe for the past years, you were not looking forward to the transformed self of you. So maybe probably this year, it's been one of those years that you've gotten more insights about you as a person.
I think that's why. I think that's a journey I started around, well, I had started it already, but there are certain things that I started pushing and becoming part of me somewhere around last year. So they have developed me in different ways and I could not wait to get into the new year.
And it was the beginning of this year that you really felt you're in touch with whatever it is that is around you.
Yeah.
I think we spend most of our times being out of touch or disconnected from the reality of what our lives are really are. But after you sit down and embrace yourself and embrace the weaknesses, the strength, then you'll be able to really look forward to what it is.
And for some reason, the self-awareness just opens life around you so differently and you start looking at it in a very different perspective. I was telling a few, I was putting on my status last time that I think one of the things that I picked up last year that I loved is me sitting back and self-reflect on myself. And that self-reflection has enabled me to take 120% accountability of my actions, whether they are good or they are bad. And I don't ever blame people for things that not going right in my life, because I always have a hand in it. Always. because
That's
of the
amazing.
decisions that you make.
And I think that explains our topic that we're going to have this very night, this Friday, about the personal journeys and the lessons that we've learned along the way in our lives. You might be out there, maybe you've had a journey, ngogamba nti nze bwe ntula wansi obanyonyola. Simanye ebintu bebagamba simubudde buziba ne bucha like when I'm still narrating how my life has been like. But yes, they can even give you 5 minutes to say, tell us how your life has been like, and in those 5 minutes you can really give a thorough explanation of how your life has been like, how your journey has been like. So it's what we're going to look at this very night. We're going to see our personal journeys and the lessons that we've learned as individuals in these different journeys. It could be in academics, it could be in relationships, friendships, marriage, whatever it is, the social life, health-wise, whatever it is. So we can't wait to have this discussion, and you watching us. So if you want to be a part of this very particular show tonight, you can join us on our different social medias. On YouTube, we live as Bethan TV Uganda, on Facebook and Instagram. Just like and follow us on the different platforms. And if you are watching Bethan TV, kindly make us know that you are watching Bethan TV and you're so much in love with Arise Woman. You can go on our website as www.bethantv.ug, or just even this very night you can call us on 0782050762. We shall be glad to connect with you. You can also send us a WhatsApp message. We shall be very glad to get to know how your journey has been and some of the lessons that you've learned in your journey. Well, Master is about to get here, but before she comes, we're going to start right away by Genesis was talking about how she entered the new year, but I want her to actually wish each one of you a happy 2024.
I wish you a happy 2024 as you make resolutions, which I believe you made. Whatever resolutions that you made, I hope you can make them as achievable as possible. I also hope that this new year you can build up on habits that you are still failing at, which we all have. There are particular habits that we have that for some reason keep pushing us back. So please, this new year, try to work on those small things, small by small. It's not going to happen overnight, but it is something that is achievable. So I can simply hope that for you this year, because I'm working on the same thing. So it's really what I can do. So enjoy the new year. It comes with a handy, I can assure you.
Yeah,
it's always a handful.
It is, but I believe God's grace is usually sufficient to carry us through. And if you have life, you can still achieve so much. And if you have, like last time we were here on Friday, we were talking over the life's resolutions, the New Year's resolutions. And I think one of the things that I really put a lot of emphasis on, it was the character, for you to be able to achieve all the resolutions and all that. So still, I would say that if you have the right character and you have life and you have the right mindset and you are working on your personality, trust me, by year 2025, you look at yourself and be like, oh God, thank you so much, because whatever I thought that will not even come through for me, whatever I thought that it is impossible for me, I can just, it is at your disposal. And it doesn't matter whether it doesn't come through this year, it will come through. And trust me, you will eventually see the results. So let's start on our personal journeys. I'm going to start with a beautiful Genesis, then I'll go to myself, and then I will welcome Marcy in studio. So Genesis, as a woman, as a single woman, don't tell me you are married. I've not seen you in how many days? 2 days?
I have not even, I didn't even blink when you said as a single woman.
So I
highly appreciated it, because it's the truth.
So I'm going to hear from you as a single woman, as a professional, as a friend, as a sister, as, you have people that are looking up to you in your life. So take us through how your life has been, how your journey has been as a person.
Wow, the question is quite wide, but I'm going to try to use a few words, since you said, how has my life been? And it has been a whole lot of falling and rising up again. and falling, and rising up again and falling. And I have done that multiple times. But of all, you know, there's something funny about experiences that we go through, Gift. They shape us into the things that we value. They shape our perspective of life. We learn things that
You said they shape us?
they shape us. The experiences we go through shape us. If you find someone who is so negative
About life.
ask them about the things they have gone through.
Wow, someone that is so negative about life. You
Yeah.
ask them about the things that have gone
Yes, ask them. If you want to see something, ask for someone's maybe Spotify, or ask them for the kind of music. There is
They
that one
listen
song
to.
that they're listening to, or that try to go through the music they listen to. It will direct subconsciously, reflects the kind of life
through.
they are living, or the kind of things they are going through. So my life altogether has been a series of falling down, learning, standing up again, and we shall go further into the things that I've learned and the moments that broke me the most, or the moments that I learned, or the moments that taught me lessons that I've learned, traversed through everyone's life. But yes, it has been a series of falling and going up and learning and relearning and learning and relearning again.
Wow. Thank you so much. It's not about time to get so emotional. Because I know many times if we come to talk about our personal journeys, that's why you see people on graduations crying.
Yeah.
You see people on weddings crying because someone reflects on where they have come from,
even the heartbreaks
and they
they have
can't
had.
comprehend not even the future glory, the apparent, like that moment,
The
that like I
victory,
can't believe
yeah.
that I'm here right now from what has been, you know, going on in my life. But so we're not going to cry, no nothing, but we're just thankful to God that here we are today, and you yourself, you are there today, and you are alive, you are well, and we're believing for the better. So I want to go to Mercy first to make us understand how her personal life has been, what are some of the things that she's went through, and she's like, wow, this was something, and this was this and that. Mercy to you. You're so much welcome.
Thank you.
You okay?
Yes, I'm okay.
Happy New Year.
Happy New Year too.
Are you fine, Mercy?
I'm fine.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, my personal journey, well, there is that one specific one which I think was really hard in my life. So, for me, I am glad that I went through that journey, and it gave me chance to grow up, okay? It also gave me chance to understand life. Like, you know, life has those ups and downs, and it also depends on how you handle a situation when it's in your face, okay? So yeah, so personal journeys, I think, are a good thing. Yeah, they're very important. They're a good thing for everyone in life, because I think they make us who we are.
Yeah.
Yeah, they build us and make us who we are. So like she said, I'll give you that journey of mine and how it really made me, I think, a powerful person like I am today. Yes.
That's amazing. Thank you so much, Mercy. And I personally, I think I can say that for the past years, I've been a lot of work for me as a person. And Genesis has mentioned, and then she's learned not to blame anything to anyone, but she's 100% responsible for whatsoever it is that happens in her life, whether good or bad. And I think I'm at that stage where I take full responsibility over whatsoever has failed and whatever has been successful in my life. And I reached a point and I was like, okay, for the past years I've lived my life, I think I've made a lot of mistakes that I cannot even comprehend, that I look back and be like, but Gift, why did you do this? Like, how? So, and because sometimes if someone is out there, they can look at you as this perfect human being. And then if you go back in your house and if you go back in your bed, you're like a messed up person, yeah? But then still you have to wake up and come out strong and come out like, you know, I've got this, like you put yourself together. So there are those moments that have been really so bad and really bad. really bad, and we might not define them. I might not define the moments, but in relationships, learning how to deal with my family, learning how to deal with like work, you know, putting myself out there in the workspace, learning how to socialize with people around me, maybe like where I stay, like it's been a whole lot of work. But one thing I've told myself, that I'm not going to be defined by my mistakes. So my mistakes do not define me. And I think when we were about to end the year, I made a statement and I said that if we come into this year 2024, I think we need to reintroduce ourselves, because we've been known for some things, and I feel like some of us have been trying to put in the work to be the better versions of ourselves, and yet we still have people who do not know yet that we've put in the work to be the better versions. Maybe they want to still pull us back into those other individuals abatali, you know, focused, chebagala. So but right now, for me, in my personal journey, where I am right now, it's that I've comprehended, I've understood what is important. Integede ebintu ebyamakulu byebiriwa nebintu ebitayina makulu. I've learned to own up my mistakes. I've learned to be responsible than never before. I've learned to accept that I can fail, that I can maybe set up goals and I can fail to achieve them. I've learned to forgive myself.
Yes. Very important.
Yes, I've learned to love myself. I've learned to do things for me, to embrace the me. So yeah, personally, those are some of the things that I can highlight on my journey. But at this point of time, if you've just joined us, we're looking at our personal journeys and the lessons that we've learned, maybe from our mistakes or maybe from the success, whatever it is. So at this point of time, I'm going to go back to the ladies from each one of them to tell us, at this point out that one challenge, it could be a challenge that was bad and it turned out to be positive. It could be that it was a good challenge and it turned out to be negative. It can be both. So I will start with Genesis.
Okay.
I don't want people to be there and they're like, and if we are to talk about journeys, it doesn't mean being a throughout.
True.
No. So it can be good or bad. So whatever it is that you can choose.
I'm even trying to think. My head is zooming around like at your bank with demo.
Anything.
But amazingly, there is nothing particularly chiri I want to change. This one is the one that transformed me, that gave me that moment of transformation and blah blah. No, there is actually none that is particular that I can give you, but it was a series of things that I encountered, from one to another to mistakes. I have made mistakes. That is why I said sina chakuwa gift. I have made mistakes. I have blundered. I have done embarrassing things that I can't even tell anyone. That those ones that are in my closet. Nga sisobola nakugula ngeyo cupboard nagikwata nengamba nti kati eno njigadde nogikanyuga nkoze eki njikanyuze. So I might even give you examples, but I'll not give you the deadly ones. Because sagala kuba ziri deadly, muyinza zitambuza ku social media.
I read it in social media. You can't show
But it's been a series of things, Gift, that I just sat down one day and integrated. Actually, this has happened. This has happened. This has happened. I've had moments when I learned that in this world there is no one that has you apart from you. And I think that was the most painful thing that I have learned, that I accepted, that I sat down and literally wept, because I realized that no aba mama nga kugamba nti nkwagala nnyo era nze nzakwata webatakwata alina wakoma. This life you have to have you. And I don't care whether you've gotten married to the most loving man in this world. I don't care whether you have the most amazing friends in this world. There is no one that has you apart from you. So you better figure it out because there is no one coming to rescue you.
Wow. Thank you so much, Genesis. Thank you so much. I'll go to Mercy.
Well, thank you, Genesis. Really, that is beautiful. Indeed, in this world, there is no one. Apart from yourself, I think it's God. You know? Mm-hmm. Yeah, so...
Who is not even in this world, so...
Apart from this world, it's only God. So, I cannot reflect. Okay, yes, I've gone through journeys while I was young. As I grew up, remember how I told you about my weight, you know, battle and everything. But there was this one specific one actually that turned me into a mother, you know. That was a journey I had to take. It was a very emotional journey for me. But you know, it is the one journey that built me and made me this strong. Like I feel like nothing can break me now, you know. So just like any other woman, I conceived. And I'm so happy that I have a very beautiful little girl, Micah. Yeah, and during this journey, my God, you guys, yeah? I don't want to scare women out there. I don't want to scare you, Genesis. But in this journey, when I conceived, of course, I got to know, I am expecting, we were excited and everything. And we walked this journey well, you know. And of course, most women get those emotional sicknesses, you know, and all that, and they go through them. I did not get out of those emotional sicknesses. They went on till the last month. Wow. So, like they went on till the very last month, you know. I think you've seen those ladies who spit in bottles, you know. I went on till the very last month. Wow. So you know how everyone is watching you, and people are actually afraid of ladies who spit in bottles, you know. Yeah. People are so afraid of them. So where I used to work, everyone used to watch me from a distance. So during my journey of pregnancy, I was traumatized by just the people around me. I'm a very talkative person, but that period turned me into an introvert. I used to just walk through office, sit, and just keep quiet. Then wait for it to clock 5, and I just walk out without saying hello. Because people now, you know, everyone is like, oh my God, she's spitting. Oh my God, she's spitting in a bottle. Oh my God, you know. And then there is this actually one dramatic day that the bottle I had fell. It did pour, but it fell. But you know how everyone stood up? Kaise, like, you know. So that was one of the most challenging journeys I had. And then as we went on, of course the 9 months are done. We've gone to hospital, and the beautiful baby is supposed to be coming out, you know. So while I'm preparing, you know, the laboring and everything, being a first-time mom, most women are advised to try out the pushing, you know, the normal labor, go through the normal process just like any other woman. So I went through labor. I spent like almost like 3 days in labor, and labor was not progressing. You know, labor wasn't progressing. And when the labor wasn't progressing, I was like, my God, so what do I do? Let's come back for a break.
Okay. We're just going to get into a very quick short break. Then when we come back from the break, we shall start from how Mercy went, the success story actually after her getting into labor. Yeah, we're going into a break. We're coming back.
Bethany TV, for health. Introducing Medical Minds with Dr. Andabati.
And these tubes can be so delicate that sometimes they get damaged. Some people have gotten the damage because they have undergone some operations. So damage to the tube system is one of the big problems we also do see.
The groundbreaking show that takes you behind the scenes of the medical minds.
You will explore cutting-edge treatment and technologies revolutionizing reproduction health.
Now, in retrograde ejaculation, we get damage to the junctional valves, which I should say.
Learn about the science behind fertility, contraception, and emotional journeys that several women trek.
Every Sunday, 8 p.m. live on Bethany TV. Bethany TV for health.
You're so much welcome once again. My name is Giftina Kainga and you are watching Arise Woman. This is Bethany TV for you. If you are joining us for the very first time, you're so much welcome. Feel at home, and this is our very first year in this this is our very first show in this year 2024. Like we said, we can't wait to walk this journey with you up to the end of the year every single Friday. So this very first show, we decided to okuba mu torch mu bulamu bwaffe ffe ngaffe nene bwe oyagala okuba mu torch mu bulamu bwo osobola ate n'otuweereza ne tulaba gwe biki byoyiseemu oba ebikufudde ekyo kyoli essaawa y'olwaleero. You can reach out to us on 0786050752. We shall be glad to hear from you, or you can go on our different social medias and let us know how you feel about yourself and what you are looking forward to in this year 2024. Twali tugenda mu break. Masabadate achatuwa mubyeyayitamu mu lugendo olwokuba mama. So Masi is just going to summarize it for us, and at the end of it all you'll be able to encourage that mother out there that is also maybe going through the same, or they are anticipating things that they do not even understand.
Yeah. So anyway, like when I went through the whole process and I gave birth, because the labor failed, so you know how they're like, okay, Masa, it's an emergency now, let's go for Caesar. I go for Caesar, just like any other normal woman. We come out so well. I come out excited. I'm happy to have a baby. The whole family is excited. Day 1, I'm okay. Day 2, I'm okay. Day 3, when I'm being discharged, things turn upside down. I faced pain that I could never imagine, you know. There is a condition called sciatic nerve. The medical people understand it. So being a first-time mother, when I went through that is pain I cannot explain to anyone. The pain that failed me from walking just after being a mom. So I did not enjoy being a mom. My very first 6 months, I didn't enjoy my baby because I was in pain. I was crying every day. I could not walk. I had to be lifted up. My wound became septic. It kept on, oozing pus over and over again. And, and I have to go back. They have to remove the incision. It was just trauma for me. But the one thing I have to tell you in this journey, that this journey was tough. My whole family was terrorized, but I am the only one person in this pain who came out strong. Like, I held myself tight and I kept on telling myself, Mercy, you will come out of this. Amen. Actually, that pain gave me my strength. I used to think I was a very strong girl, very bold, but after going through this, I realized I'm a very strong person. So it made me like strong, and not only because of the pain, but I've realized I can dive into anything without being afraid. Okay, I can go ahead, and if it is to study, I go in and study. If it is to, get this new skill, I go in, because I'm like, if I could go through this pain, then there is nothing impossible. Like, there is nothing I cannot handle. And then the one beautiful thing I really got to learn in this whole journey is I learned to respect my mother. It taught me, like, I respect actually every mother out there, because what mothers go through, no one can explain. Yes. So for me, that was my journey. I do not look at the whole experience as negative. Like I didn't question that, why me, why not, you know? But I was so grateful that I got to have a baby and I got to go through that whole pain, you know, and I got to grow in that whole pain and be who I am today.
Wow.
Yeah.
Thank you so much, Mercy. I was going to say that we're so sorry that you went through that, but actually I'm not going to say that. I can
Because
say
I was
we
not
bless
sorry for
God
myself.
That you came
that
through.
you came through.
Yeah.
And right here, you're encouraging someone that is so much traumatized
That
with
is so
childbirth. You are, anyway, like you said, the experiences are very, very different. And I think when we were starting this show, we were looking forward to encourage ourselves
Yes.
and also to encourage people out there. And I remember saying that it's not the journey that makes it's not what happens to you that makes you
journey,
strong,
yes.
but it's the journey that makes you strong. I was telling someone that if you feel like you can't be patient with yourself, just look at, what is it called? Olwaz, the rock, yeah? Bwe baba lukuba okulwasa, bwe balukuba bwe bati, the first thing, it doesn't break. It's not the one that breaks it. But the more they hit and hit and hit and hit, eventually it weakens and it breaks. So most of these things that we face, they are built on, yeah? Whether it's patience, whatever it is, it's built. So you have to build and build and build, not until you feel like you can't build anymore. If she had given up on herself, she wouldn't be here.
That is very true.
Someone can tell you, I'm going into the first surgery, then I enter another one. No,
again.
I'm done. But she didn't give up. So I think I'm being encouraged that I shouldn't give up on myself.
shouldn't.
And I think,
And it will actually teach you how to be patient, you know?
yeah.
You learn to be patient. That actually healing takes time, you know, so you have to wait for it to actually happen.
Yeah, Genesis talked about the negativity that people have, and I think when we go through these embarrassing or hard moments, we turn out as negative people sometimes. That's why you see people are like, the relationship nazivako, the basajja nabavako, the bakazi nabavako. It's because of the experiences, yeah? But I feel like it shouldn't be like that, and if you're out there and you've had this mindset of nze okusoma nakuvaako, nze kino nakivaako, damu nate wezeemu amaanyi nate and hit again. Oba abakazi babavaako baddeko, oba abasajja abavaako, like whatever you felt like you had given up on, or starting a business or anything, put yourself together and start afresh. So to you, Genesis, yeah? If you were to sit yourself down,
I want to hear from you.
what?
I know.
But this,
I want to
Yes,
hear
Genesis,
from you. I
about-
want to hear that that transforming thing, or that one particular thing, if you have one, that turned tables for you, or maybe is significant.
that turned tables for me. Okay. Like I said, I've had a lot of things. Okay, we all have a lot of things, but I've had a lot of things that happened in my life. And in every, I have different areas in academics, in work, school. I think for some reason I took forever to embrace who I am. To, for example, you can get an opportunity to do something, but still you're feeling like you don't fit in those shoes because of your past experiences, because of your background. So that has been a very big hindrance to me doing things that I'm supposed to do. But first and foremost, it was about my school. I think it flipped my life okubeera nga mpulira seyagala nga bwe nayagala, because I felt like I started on a bad note.
Anti bakuzaayo.
Yeah, I felt like I started on a bad note. I felt like I was doing it for my mother because it's what she wanted, and I felt like it's not what I wanted. So I didn't embrace it. And truthfully, if there is any time in my life that I've embraced my starting journey of academics, it was last year.
Wow. So you've lived in this denial for all this time.
Yeah.
Wow.
It may not necessarily be denial, but understanding where you are at in life. is extremely very important, because until you understand it and embrace it, that is when you move forward.
Thank you.
Until then,
Yeah.
you'll keep meandering and meandering here and meandering there because you haven't figured out and embraced who you are. So I'm glad you did.
Yeah, and if we look at the transformative moments, for me last year, I think it has been one of my best years, because it's been the year that I came out to understand that actually where I started from, like ekyo watandika nakyo, where I started from kyekikufudde kyoli kati wadde oyagala okibika to detach from it and everything. So because me, I felt like, sometimes owuli abantu bagamba nti omwana agenda kusomero n'asoma ne nagamba bazadde be mbimaze simanya degree ya muyino simanya ebintu byamwe bibino. So I thought it was a joke.
And then it happened to you.
Yeah, then it happened. I went to school, but in my mind I'm like, bino mama wange yali abyagala sinze kati nina okubisoma mbimale mugambe ebintu byobibyo. But yes, I did, and I think I did my first course in Butabika, and also the experience in Butabika, it was just a whole lot of work.
Yeah.
It was a whole lot of work, and people that are in the medical field know what it means to be with a psychiatric patient.
Wow.
It's okay to have these patients that have physical medical conditions, but anyone that has a mental problem, they are there.
Another situation.
Another situation. So the 3 years I was in Butabika, Masa Gambi, how she was traumatized because of what she went through giving birth. Me, the 3 years were just traumatizing. Every time I would be on duty, I never feeling. So my 3 years in Butabika, they were just a movie after movie. Nti buli bwogenda ku ddwaliro olabayo ekintu ky'otalowooza.
Chikuleko oli traumatized.
Yeah.
I can imagine.
So I was so sick. I think after I finished school, mamange yangamba, when I'm gamba nti nfunye n'omulimu, yangamba kuba kyaka yakimanya the day she visited Butabika. Yatya n'okutya. So when I told her I'd gotten a job, yaga gifting kwegayidde packing ebintu byokomewo ewaka omule. I didn't do that job.
Yeah.
Yangamba omanyi wetaaga osooka okomewako obwongo obutereere. That's what she said. Asha yangamba obwongo obutereere. And I'm like, obwongo obutereere.
We batugamba 14 million Ugandans are mentally unwell. Batugamba, but now abali unwell. Oyinza okwogera n'olinga mulwadde naawe n'olwala.
That is
Thank you.
Yeah.
And now I appreciate we bagamba nti abasawo be Butabika olumu, baba. I swear, I think when we started the show, Kogambi, I don't want to share your delusions, because so for me, those 3 years I was in Butabika, I felt like I was becoming mad, I was becoming depressed. Nga ova kudwaliro noddayo mu room yo naye ng'olaba like everything doesn't make sense.
Yeah.
wow.
Nga bw'ofuluma geti ye Butabika eyo bw'ogendeko mu tawuni lw'otegeera nti waliyo obulamu ebweru. 3 years. So I never embraced that it initiated me into yes, ntikyekyatandiika olugendo lwange olw'okusoma. So I tried so hard to even let go of that profession. It was just last year that I was like, actually, I'm into psychiatry.
That you accepted what you are.
Yes, that I accepted. So, and I kept, like, every time I could reflect on what could happen, because there was only that one moment where Twali could do it. I'd worked at night duty. It's called Chireka Ward. So this is the ward where they admit fresh patients. Like, by fresh, I mean, but the police bejo ku street, yeah. So that night we got a new admission, and it was a roller coaster. We were just 3 of us on duty, and ngomanyi ojjudde abalwadde abalina buli kimu, simanya njaga, simanya mafuta, simanya twala tugende, schizophrenia, like every kind of weird, every kind of condition. And these people, anyway, bwe batuleetera omulwadde, police of course ebeeyina okugenda kabimumala omu receiving. So they left us before we had even sedated the patient.
Wow. So you had to hold patient yourselves.
It was a real... Mani Mugabe, first time you go movies. I've never seen movies. That day, it was a real movie in that night, in that, room. It was a real movie. Guy Katona Tutatu Maleo.
Wow.
So it's the other patients. Kubaka tuwabera patient abaludde mu ddwaliro nga batandise okudda engulu. Yeah, they are friendly but bamanyi tosobola tebalumya muntu. So they came bonna ne bajja over 10 patients bajje batutaaseko omulwadde. So nali nekyawa.
And you know, I imagine it needs a lot of muscle. You know, so just imagine you might.
I was very tiny, so that was on the male ward. But when I worked on the female ward, I even blacked out my very first allocation. When I blacking out, makati gabaradde. Ababali fresh abachala for female admission. So when I dengulira na uli abaga ako twakalabya akaina okuzirika. Like I couldn't just imagine chenda abantu actually baradde. So for me it was just overwhelming. Anyway, so, but I really thank God that I came to terms to accept that God, you really had a reason as why I had to go through that. And I think I'm what I am. I could handle certain things psychologically, emotionally, simply because of what I went through the past 3 years.
Can you right now sit back and say amazing things about your profession?
Perfectly well. And I was telling someone, I was talking to Becca, and I was telling her, you know what? I think I'm going to start doing real mental health.
Oh, this is good.
But I'd never.
I'd never practiced it.
I'd never. I just thought I'm going to start doing real mental health because actually that's my profession, and I feel like it's going to be my area of expertise. I don't care how many other courses I'm going to study, I'll still run back to that one.
Yeah. I'm glad you ushered yourself in. I'm really glad you ushered yourself in. I feel like that is now going to be the beginning of all the opportunities and transformations. I feel like some professions, while your apostle atugamba nti while your assignments katonda zatuwa munsi, and until you figure out your assignment in life, you will meander and meander and meander, and you will still fail to ever accomplish anything.
That is true.
So when you figure out that assignment that you have, when you stop running and embrace it, now that is going to be the beginning of you seeing all the amazing things that come with the decision that you took. Sometimes the decisions that we take may not be God's will, but He can still bless them. So whether it is the decision you take or it was God's assignment to you, I'm not God, I can't tell you that. But if at all you have meandered and it has always been in the background, church, then when you embrace it, you see amazing things. And I feel like some... You're laughing if I even say it. You laughed before I could even say it. I was actually going to say that it's amazing to have careers that help you transform people's lives, that help you put people in the best versions of themselves. Those are careers where you impact. And I think it's an amazing thing when you go back and sit at the end of the day and say, I actually, the things that I've done have influenced someone's life in a positive way.
True.
So I'm glad you ushered yourself in and embraced it.
Thank you. Oh, good. I just have this one person. They are saying, okay, I pray if you send a message, kindly attach your name and make us understand where you are watching us from. So this is, I don't know what the name is, but you can still forward your name. Says, personal on my journey, I've discovered I have projected myself a certain way to people, and that's how they treated me. That's the mistake I made. The lessons are, but some that have stood out is I need to look at people and take them the way they are, not what I want them to do. Oh God, thank you for this. Wow. Thank you for this. And I am also learning day by day to be honest to myself and always choose my pace. Thank you, ladies. You look amazing. I'm going to be gifting our lover Sunday John.
Because you see, it's something you're going to actually do now.
No, actually, it's been helping me. It's been helping me. I was even asking myself for so many years. Like I have a lot of control in me. Why? Because in Butabika, so like you learn to control yourself because, and I kept telling myself, I think if there is anything that the government treasures so much in this country, it is that their patience in Butabika.
Oh.
You can't. You can't say nothing, you can't do anything. You can't. Atenga asobola kukola kyonna kyayagala. So it's by the grace of God. So I think I learned all that from that side to have a lot of control in me. At the end of the day, I have to approach them. Can I give you the treatment?
Yes.
Better profession.
I know. This lady Gambia she was trying to appeal to people.
She's Rona.
Rona.
Rona, watching from Kai. Kai is what? Is where?
Is Kai? I don't
know.
But we are glad. But Rona,
so much,
yesterday
Rona.
I was having lunch with someone, and they were complaining about women, and they are saying abachala wena naye nga akola ki nakugamba njagala kino. I feel like atenga there is nothing they are putting on the table bichi nemugamba, and what do you want her to put on the table? Ngamanyi ayagala kungamba ati sente naye ngaaswala okola ki okyogera. Nemugamba, be honest with yourself. What do you want her to put on the table? Nemugamba nti elaba owa boda ng'agenda onoonya mukyala we amanyi waalina okukola ki okumujja. Akola mu banka waba agenda kunoonya mukyala we amanyi kyasobola ne kyatasobola. Ofunye omukyala omusanze ali mu nyumba ya miliyoni emu. They are living in a house of 1 million.
You want them to lower.
You want them to lower because you imagine that the love you're giving them should enable them to come to your level. That is you projecting yourself onto them. Woba olabanga n'ennyumba gy'asulamu togisobola omwagaza ki? Si ye mukyala yekka mu nsi muno. Find someone that matches
your energy.
You will stop projecting yourself on people. It is as simple as that. There is no woman that is materialistic. We have wanted money from as long as the Old Testament.
There is no woman that is what?
that doesn't want money.
We want money.
We want it. Right in the Bible, way back in the Old Testament, God blessed King David, King Solomon with gold and silver. And after blessing them with gold and silver, they got many concubines. You know why? Because they had gold and silver.
They had what it takes to have them.
Security, which is very important. You look at it as materialistic, we look at it as security. So get what you can want.
Yeah, and I think we've even kept saying this as we wind up the show, that if you feel like you cannot afford anything, okay, we really want to shoot so high, go in for her, but you're going to get overwhelmed, because at the end of the day, if she starts, presenting her needs, her wants, her desires,
you won't be able to.
You won't be able. You're going to be overwhelmed.
And you start saying that women are materialistic, but the same thing with women.
And I know it's the same
even
thing.
You women.
I've just given a scenario of what happens in Butabika. At the end of the day, we're going to have more patients in Butabika because of the depression.
Thank you so much.
And those are some of the things
and those are the patients you fight with at night because they are taking drugs and because they don't.
Those are some of the things.
But even the women gift, even you as a woman, get a man who matches your what?
True.
Your standards. If you're osanzo omusajja alina PhD, alina bichi, if that man is not willing to take you with your, if wabanga kale wasoma P7 oba akola course or whatever it is, make sure this man is willing to take you the way you are. Before you start imagining until he's going to, for some reason, pay for you school fees. He should be able to do this. He should be able to do this. No, he might not be able. If you find one who does, beautiful thing. But don't start projecting your level and standards of living on people's sons. But even you people's sons, don't start projecting, because abatwala zino course
abamutwazitwala kuba gavumenti yazituwa entukesane nga singa siri ku government sponsorship singa birunda bivamudda singa neka kikola olwa gavumenti nti yeri mukunsasulira fees, but if it wasn't for that, but anyway, God had a reason for everything, and whatever it is that you're going through in life now, God has a reason as to why you are going through that, and just ask him to make you understand why it's happening like so, so but if you go through blindfolded why you are going through whatever you are going through, then it will not make sense to you. I'll go to this last person. This is Bexin Chite. Biggest lesson I learned was to have yourself, because at the end of the day, at the end of it all, you have only you. I think Master talked about that, and Genesis talked about that. Thank you so much, Bex. Then this says, Rose from Wankulukuku, Genesis, I just like your character of self-confidence. Thank you so much, Rose. That was for Genesis. We appreciate you so much. This is a Rise Woman. We do this every single Friday from 8 to 9 p.m. And like I said, this is our very first show in the year, and we're going to have this journey with you till the end of this year, until the end of the other years, till God, moves us to other spaces. But do not forget to be a part of this show every single Friday. And we were saying, for the resolutions that you should make in this year is to watch Bethan TV. We kindly request you and ask you to be a part of our community. Call other people to join you as you are watching Bethan TV every Friday. Make us know that maybe you've gotten a friend to watch, and we shall be happy. Keep that number. Keep sending us those messages. If you have any topics you want us to talk about, you can also send them through. So till next week on Friday, we want to wish you the best of the night.